So my friends and I were going to a big bachelor party way in the mountains in Colorado. We were staying at this massive mountain house with like 14 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. And my brother and I are going on this trip together, and we take a bedroom together in the basement. And the house is pretty separate from society. There's really no neighbors. There's really no bars even. There's no grocery stores. It's pretty isolated. And that's pretty cool because you see a lot of wildlife. You see a lot of nature. It's really beautiful. But the first night as I go to bed, I start to hear just some weird noises while I'm sleeping. Things that, are probably pretty common in a house in the woods. I was hearing a lot of movement outside, rustling, but it was hard for me to fall asleep. So the next morning, we all wake up. Everyone kind of has the same story of the night before. There was a lot of noises from outside, but we all decide that's pretty normal. The second night, we all go to bed. The noises get a little bit louder and a little bit closer. We hear scratching literally on the walls outside the window of our bedroom. And it's not like faint scratching, it's loud scratching. And what sounds like footsteps, not animal steps, but footsteps with like shoes right outside of our door all night long. And I did check outside this window a few times and I saw nothing every single time. So the next morning, we all wake up, we convene. Everyone seemed to have heard the same things. We only have one more night at this house, and we all go to bed this last night. And to be honest, I'm ready to get out of this house. It's just been a lot of noises. I'm not sleeping well. But we go to bed. Around 3 a.m., I wake up to rattling on the doorknob outside. And it doesn't seem like it's an animal scratching at the doorknob. It's something forcibly trying to come in. And I get this very uneasy feeling that comes across me. It's the feeling where you don't want to get out of bed. You're just staring at this danger and you get that fight or flight response. And I felt sleep paralysis coming on. I'm trying to get my way out of it. I'm fighting the rest of the night on this feeling, this urge to go, but I know it's the last night and I decide to tough it out. I can't sleep the rest of the night. And so around 4:30 a.m., I sneak my way upstairs very quietly. I don't want to wake any of the other guys up. And when I get up to the living room, I shut the door behind me very slowly. And as the door latches, one of my friends sleeping in the living room jumps up like I had just slammed the door and looks at me. I say, is everything good? And he proceeds to tell me of everything that happened that night and how terrified he was to look at that door. He said it sounded at one point like somebody had walked to within 1 foot of his face and he was too scared to turn. And they had picked up and slammed a glass chandelier on the floor as loud as they could. He was frozen the rest of the night and nobody else heard this. And I guess one of the weirdest parts was we saw the sun come up and we're looking out the window and there's this beautiful deck that looks out into the wilderness. As the sun's coming up, we noticed a snow shovel that had been there the entire time we were there, but the shovel was completely bent in an L shape. I don't know what happened those nights, but I'm sure as hell never staying anywhere near that house ever again.